Om Shanti. Sore. Beautiful time of invocation of Shaktis that we are experiencing. The world is really calling out for power, for strength. Because internally, souls are so lost and so powerless. And so there are a few things that made us completely, a lot of things actually, not few things. A lot of things have made us completely powerless, no strength. So, but one is that if I need to help others, then first I need to be powerful. I need to have that strength, that Shakti inside. If I don't have it, then now how am I going to help others? So that's why this internally going within, because Shakti is something that I draw from the divine power, right? From God. Shakti is not just obtained from anything else, any objects or anything physical. To experience that real power of the soul, that strength of the soul, I need to turn within. I need to go inwards. The more I live in the external world, externally my intellect is wandering in so many physical things, then I'm not actually accumulating that strength or power. And that's why when any kind of situation comes, then we don't know how to cope with it, how to handle it. So this again and again, this internal journey I need to keep making, right? Going inwards and upwards, inwards to the soul, to the self right here, the center of the forehead. And invoke, the already existing power, the already existing virtues in the soul. And then upwards so that I can fill from the divine, from God more and more, so that I'm able to give outwards. Really, we are in times right now where we have to do a lot of work of outwards. So if I don't go inwards and upwards, I cannot actually give that outwards. I may be still giving outwards, but what? The things which the world doesn't want it. So in tonight's class, we'll be talking about what are those things actually I need to, unwanted things that I need to get rid of. And I need to fill myself with this divine Shakti. The world is already experiencing a lot of unwanted things. And so if I am another one who is, giving that to others, is it helping them? Is it using my power of cooperation? Right now, every soul needs that cooperation, that power to cooperate, power of cooperation. So how do I use my power of cooperation with others? Do I use my power of cooperation to, increase more anger, or, create more disturbance, or, have an argument, or what is it? So that's not helping others, right? That is not helping the world to heal. So I use this power of cooperation to actually fill power in others, to fill virtues in others. That is the most, important or most valuable cooperation you can give to anyone in the world. Because one is physically cooperating with someone, right? Like giving them what they need, which is also wonderful, which is also good. But internally, the souls today feel powerless. So I give the cooperation of my powers, my inner strength. And so for that, I need to be filled and full so that I'm able to give that cooperation to others. So one who doesn't have it, how he will give cooperation to others. So those 9 things, right, become free from 9 things, unwanted things. So the first and foremost is definitely the powerful negative energy. So it's like in the world, people even fear to use the word power these days, right? They think power means like, physical power, ego, and, that's how they see power as. And that's why some don't even want to use the word power. But actually, power, on the other hand, so one is the power of body consciousness, which is destructive. But one is the power of soul consciousness, which is constructive, which transforms things, which heals the things, which builds the things, which is very, very, very positive. So it's like what I need to increase today is the soul power, the strength of the soul, the power of the soul. And the beautiful word for the strength or power, you can actually use the word Shakti. Shakti means very pure energy that you're carrying inside you. And where there is the Shakti power, nothing can shake you, nothing can disturb you. You are not in a stage of taking when you have Shakti, but you are in a form of giving when you have Shakti. And when we talk about Shakti, Shakti is always the soul of the Shakti, the Shakti of the soul. Right? And so this is what I need to more and more increase to finish that power, which we are, the power of the body consciousness, which is actually destructive. So one of the negative powers that we think it is power, but actually it's illusion, is anger. And which we need to finish it completely. Anger can bring such destruction, right? Did you feel anything better or constructive or a positive feel to anger? Not at all. But those who execute this anger, they think it's a power for them. But they don't understand how much they're weak inside. Anger is a weakness. Those who show, anger again and again, actually it's a weakness inside. I'm totally weak. But on the contrary, if I have that soul Shakti power, then I am, no matter what's going on, rather than showing my power like, like being angry towards someone, I'm actually peaceful and stable, not taking in what's going on from outside. That's how the Shakti works. I'm absolutely calm and collective inside. And that's the cooperation we have to give to others. The world needs my calmness, my peace, my collectiveness. The people around me need that. Not showing off my anger, right? And we are seeing what's happening in the world today. We will just bring destruction with anger, nothing else. So one of the powerful negative energies, destructive energies that we need to finish completely inside us is anger. And if we think, oh, I'll keep a little, it's like having some kind of bacteria inside. That's all. When there is bacteria, what happens? The body stops functioning. It'll start eating all the organs of the body slowly and slowly. The body organs shut down. In the same way, it's a powerful destructive bomb. That's why if you put D in front of anger, danger, and we all know that. So this destructive energy, I have to completely finish. If I think, no, I need to show a little bit of anger, for what? For what? What do I think of myself that I have to show? And so whenever there is false arrogance, and that is the second thing. So it's nothing like first thing, second thing, but these are the 9 things that definitely, there are many more, these 9 aspects that we are going to talk have many more, children and grandchildren to them, which we also have to finish. But yes, let's start with these. So definitely arrogance. So wherever there is arrogance, the false arrogance, ego, so ahankar, it's called in Hindi. So it's a nice word in Hindi if you see ahankar, meaning like, when you don't know who you are, when you are in false identity about yourself, that's when you're projecting wrong things. Ahamkar, like it's like you have a false identity about yourself. I am so and so, I'm so and so, I'm so and so. And so you're showing your arrogance towards others. So wherever there is arrogance, what follows with arrogance is insult, a feeling of insult. So that's why they call abhiman, apaman. It's like apaman, a feeling of insult. So wherever there is arrogance, there is a feeling of insult. I will immediately feel insulted. Again, the feeling of, arrogance is very, very destructive energy. We can completely, when we come into this full force of anger, with full force of arrogance, which we think we should have a little, will completely destroy. It brings destruction to ourselves and others. Right? This is what I am. What do you think about me? So again, feeling of insult, becoming very sensitive about things. If anybody says a little something and then that's it, that hurt sits there. And so if you can see, the constructive Shakti to this is like, knowing about your own self. Staying in your self-awareness, staying in your dignity, knowing yourself very well. And then that creates constructive energy. So when I am in my self-respect, that's the word, self-respect, then I bring others also into their self-respect. But when there is arrogance, again, I am weak inside. And I make everyone around me weak. I make everyone around me weak with my arrogance. And so when there is a feeling of insult, that's it. Conflicts. You said this to me, I said this to you. Right? So I have to completely finish anger, arrogance, the feeling of insult. I've been insulted, Finish it off. The power to accommodate. Increase this power to the Shakti of accommodation. Then I'm able to cooperate with others. And so whenever there is anger and ego, a feeling of insult, what happens? My words will shift. Immediately negative words will start to come out, right? The words that will disturb others and that will disturb myself. So I have to completely finish this sanskar or this, energy of words are also energy. Because words, it's not just words. When we speak, it carries a certain energy. And that's why when we listen to someone, we feel very peaceful, very calm. You feel like instantly, I want to transform. When you listen to someone, those words can empower you. They have power in them. You feel lifted. And that's what we call it as motivational, talk. But on the other hand, words which are negative have very lot of negative energy to it. So it can put someone down. It can put yourself down. It can create a lot of destruction, words. So I have to use the right words because it contains that energy. That's why we in science also we hear these experiments of words and energy and how it affects the water and the things around us. Because our words carry energy, vibrations. In a place, whatever kind of talk or words we use, that kind of energy, that room or that hall or that place or that home or that world will contain. Like you enter a place, you instantly feel very calm. Those vibrations, and vibrations are very, very subtle. But in a home or in a place where there is, words of tension, words of negativity, instantly you just get lost in that place. It's like as if your mind doesn't work. Your intellect is unable to focus on anything because vibrations. And vibrations are very, very, very subtle. Very subtle. If you go to any place where there is a talk about anything that's constantly going on, you will be sucked with that sort of vibrations. So words are not just words, but words can create world, words can destroy the world. So that's why I have to be very, very careful what kind of words I use, what sort of, speech do I have. That's why they say, kam bolo, dheere bolo, meetha bolo. Means like you have to say, use less words, talk softly, and talk sweetly. So that's what I have to adopt. And that is also kind of Shakti inside you. When you are powerful inside, you use the right words. And so people who talk loudly, who shout, and who show their, their energies, like, to suppress someone, that means actually they're internally weak. So never be fearful of someone who comes across you very strongly with their words. Just be very, very stable and calm. So some think it's power to use certain words, to talk loudly, and no. You can convey the same message, whatever you want, peacefully with the right words, softly. The more loud you are, the less others hear you. The more calm and soft you are, because then they put their ear close to you, right? What is this person saying? Right. But when you're loud, like they'll think, oh, okay, this one is always. So, anger, arrogance, feeling insulted, words that destroy my stage and that disturb others and myself, I have to finish them. We are talking about finishing, not keeping a little. We're talking about completely finishing them. And how do I finish these things? I have to go within again and again. It's an inward journey. The more I'm in touch with my own self, the soul, and the divine Shakti, the more I'm actually able to transform. And another thing that I have to finish is dislike. And we are seeing all these things happening, right? And each one has a little amount of all of these. Dislike, animosity, dislike. Dislike can completely destroy things. When you dislike someone, you are at a very peaceless inside. You're at complete, like a disease. You're completely at unease, discomfort. When I dislike others, it's actually my energy is getting disturbed. They are okay there, but my energy is getting disturbed. I'm nowhere in peace at that time. So when I dislike what happens, I move away from them. Then it's like I'm isolating myself. So the more I isolate, the more I'm becoming alone. And when I isolate myself, I'm actually not increasing my spiritual powers. I'm reducing my spiritual powers. Because when I get disconnect, of course, I'm not saying you have to stay in a place where it's toxic. No, I'm not saying that. But sometimes, the point is that I can step away, but with love and detachment, not dislike. Because with dislike, if I detach from someone, if I isolate from someone, that energy I'm still carrying. No matter where I am, that energy keeps disturbing me. Like yesterday, also, someone was sharing that I have this dislike and I want to stay away. And then, but that person is like so much in discomfort. So dislike can bring such conflicts, such isolation, such, hatred and very, very negative energy. And this negative energy can make my mind completely empty from inside. So no dislike. When I have the Shakti power inside me, I have the power to love. And again, love is giving cooperation. Love meaning just very spiritual love. Not that I have to be attached. Oh, I love you so much. I like you so much. No. Then that attachment will somewhere bring, again, it'll bring my energy down. It'll give a lot of sorrow. Right? And that's what we'll be discussing next. Attachment. But love meaning very much spiritual love. You're thinking about their good. You are in a neutral stage. Like, if they are not talking to you, you won't feel, troubled. Or if they are not spending time with you, you don't feel like you're okay. You're okay. You understand that each soul has their part to play. Because I cannot change them. This is the thing, we dislike because they're not changing. But if somebody is weak, how they're going to change? Okay, if I think I am powerful, I have better energy, then let me transform before that person transforms. Let me shift my energy rather than disliking. Let me shift first rather than waiting that person, and then I'm whole life, I'm just living in this discomfort, So this dislike is very much connected to attachment. So the next thing that we have to get rid of, completely finish, is attachment. Attachment is such a bondage where we go into the questions of why, what, how, this shouldn't, that shouldn't. Attachment makes us revolve our whole energy around that person, around that thing. Attachment is living in such false illusion that I'm going to get something from someone or something. But no. I can only get what the soul wants is from God. Truly. We think we'll get from someone or the other, but no. What the soul needs, only God can give. And no one else. No one else. So attachment always brings us in a bondage. And when we talk about bondage, it's not physical bondage, but it's, of course, there will be a certain physical bondage also, but it begins with the bondage of intellect. Your intellect will be subtly tied to them. And you're unable to move from there. Your intellect is not at ease. Your intellect is unable to focus where it has to focus. Right? It's actually draining the energy of intellect. The intellect is completely get caught up, like, stuck. And intellect is such a beautiful power that we have, faculty that we have. So I have to loosen these tight knots that I've created, the knots of attachment towards people and things. It could be very, very destructive. And then I'm taking a lot of sorrow. My intellect is taking a lot of sorrow. The more I have that sense of detachment, the more I'm able to fly. Attachment means burden. The intellect is heavy. I'm not free. The intellect is not, free to fly. So let go of these attachments. I have to finish completely, not a little attachment I'll keep. I have to replace it completely with love. Allowing my intellect to become more and more divine, more and more light. Detachment, gives you a lot of clarity, lot of lightness in life, and I'm able to see the path very clearly where I have to move. No confusion. Another thing that we have to get rid of is disheartenment, getting disheartened. In Hindi, it's called dil shikast. Like sometimes easily we get disheartened. Oh, I can't do this. I can't. So when I'm again disheartened, it's destructive energy, because those who are disheartened, like you don't want to do anything. You like finish, you cut off the wings of zeal and enthusiasm. No more interest to do things, no more, whatever talents and whatever pure energies there, even that I'm finishing. There is so much wonderful things I can do in the world for myself, for others. There's so many spiritual things, pure things that can make a difference in the world, that can transform the world into a better place, to a golden age. But with little things, and it's definitely connected to feeling insulted, or it's like just becoming, okay, feeling insulted is one thing, but disheartenment, oh, I don't want to do it, And so I'm cutting off my wings of zeal and enthusiasm. Like tomorrow's meditation we have, an hour of meditation, join and do something for the world, because our subtle energy works exponentially. One is physically doing, which is good, great, social work. But one is, with words, we are influencing someone to become better. But thoughts are very, very powerful. I can be anywhere in the world and I can actually heal the world. I can do something. Because we can't reach out to the whole world. No, we are so limited physically. But our thoughts can reach, our vibrations can reach. So come on, get up and do something. Not just sit back and, this happened, that happened. I sit back and whatever beautiful moments I have, the time, the precious time I have, the powerful thoughts that God has given us, the energy that we have, everything we begin to waste when we are disheartened. But all these treasures, the inner treasures we have to use them for ourselves and for others. This morning I heard a very nice sentence, a line that says that never miss any chance of making a good effort. That effort which, brings goodness. Never miss any chance, any opportunity, of transformation that brings, happiness to myself, to others. Never miss a chance, because chances won't come, opportunities will not always come in our lives. They will come, and I have to just get it. So come on, get up from those comfort zones, feeling disheartened. Feeling disheartened is also like a comfort zone. I sit there and I'm like, this happened, this happened. I don't want to get engaged in this. I don't want to do it. There's so much wonderful things we can do. God needs our help to make ourselves better, to make this world better. And out there are so many who need our cooperation, who need our cooperation of love, of beautiful words, of our thoughts, our vibrations, our light, our might. So let's do that. Another energy that I have to finish, another thing that I have to completely finish is these 3 words. That is looking at others. I think we had a complete session on this a few weeks ago. I have to completely stop, finish looking at others, following the dictates of others, and talking about others, thinking about others, right? Looking at others, following the dictates of others, and thinking about others. As we are just talking, there are wonderful things to do. Why I have to sit and think about others and waste my energy? This person never going to change, this person like this, what is happening in the world? So many sit and talk about, oh, this is happening in the world, it's not good. They keep sitting and listening to the news day and night. But what better did I do? What did I do to patch up? What did I do to heal the world or anything, anyone around us? So we only keep thinking and talking, and and then we get influence. This is happening, it's just like a lot of destructive energy. No, I have to completely stop that. If I want to look at others, look at the goodness so that I can learn something. Right. If I'm constantly looking at somebody's weakness, then I'm pulling their energy into me. I'm filling that energy into me. So I have to stop again dictates of others as well. Many will give us many sort of, directions. Do this way, do that way, do this way. But what is right? When I'm filled with spiritual knowledge and connection with the divine, my intellect is not going into following the dictates of others. That's where there is so much influence. One will talk, look, these people did like this, come on. Let us do something bad for them. And then another 10 people join, another 100 people join. And so it's not working. So stop following the dictates of others. Follow the right aspects, follow the directions of knowledge. Stop looking at others. This one is doing this, that one is doing this. None of my business. And stop thinking. Thinking is the most important thing, because whole day we can sit and think. Days we can sit and think. Months we can sit and think. So I have to stop that. Completely finish judging others and judge myself. Right? And so, yes, these are some of the things I hope I have. Yes. So waste thought. So let's go through anger, right? Arrogance, attachment, feeling insulted, being free from words that disturb myself and disturb others, free from dislike, free from disheartenment, and also, yes, free from the dictates of others, thinking about others, following the dictates or looking at others. And also one last thing is also not contributing towards being free from chaos. Sometimes some have a very deep habit of somewhere, if there is any chaos, they're ready to contribute towards the chaos rather than making peace. It's like, I want to contribute towards that chaos. If somewhere, 10 people are arguing about something or fighting about something, I want to put more oil and fire to it. No. Let me be a soul, who brings, things to a calmness, let me cooperate towards some sort of construction rather than chaos. In Hindi, it's called Jamela. Let there be a fair, let there be a mela, not Jamela. So I should not be a person who contributes towards fire, to create a fire. No, let me be a soul who actually is like a divine Shakti of Shitala. There is a feminine Shakti. She's worshipped as Shitala Devi. Means she's very cool and calm. She always puts water and dissolves things. She brings a solution to a problem, not escalate the problem. If there is little, not make it into a mountain, but dissolve it. Bring a solution. We all have solutions. So let me not be part of a Jamela but Mela, meaning let us all come together. This world is a family. This world is like a fair. Let us make it as a fair, like a beautiful exhibition, like a, Milan Mela, they say, meaning like everyone togetherness, rather than making it a chaos. I must have shared this story before, the story of, this little bird, when there is a fire in the forest, what she does is she actually brings this little bird, she brings, a drop by drop water, and she keeps putting this water droplets. Like she keeps sprinkling this water. And so everyone, all the animals think, what is this little bird is doing? How does it matter? This little drops of water. It won't extinguish the fire. But then the bird keeps doing, and then all the animals think, no, let me do it as well. So when all the animals get the same water, the fire gets extinguished. So like that. So let me be the one who contributes towards world's betterment, not towards chaos. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister. Thanks.